being that she used to work there, and she
Yep.
developed a lot of worlds, like thousands of worlds.
Hmm.
So she would have more
Hmm.
detail on all of that. But I will say that it was shifting to be completely mobile, and now they have completely reversed, not completely, but they've reversed that decision.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what that means, in terms of the existing
Hmm.
content, how people find it and interact with it. But
Yeah.
what they were wanting was a way, like what you're saying, Fro, is to have the files, to have at least access to the files, to take them to VRChat or
Hmm.
take them somewhere else and bring them in.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's a modified version of Unity that they were using, and now they're using a whole different type of
Hmm.
engine for mainly the mobile development, because everybody has a mobile phone. It makes business sense, but
Yeah.
it's very damaging to people who invested in
Uh,
in all of
I
it.
I would argue that their image was kind of ruined, so that does affect
Oh yeah.
business. So I don't know if how good of
No,
a
I
decision
know, I know,
in any sense to
I
remove
know.
it.
But I mean,
Yeah.
all this is
Hmm.
really, to me, it's the collective grief of everything that's happened with COVID, right? And everything
Yeah.
is self. Um, I don't want to use
Hmm.
the word self-correcting, but there's a lot of stuff that's happening, right? We're seeing with all the layoffs and
Hmm.
everything. It's to correct for COVID. It's like all this stuff. It's just we're all feeling it's finally catching up, you know. And man, this industry,
Hmm.
whew, the gaming industry, with
Yeah.
VR being a niche industry of the gaming industry, it's just brutal. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm. Well, this is always another reason to learn how to own the files that you create for things.
yeah,
Put something on a platform, even if I'm throwing things onto VRChat, I will always have backups on my computer.
mm-hmm.
And I will make backups of those backups and put them on another server because I like the things I make and
Yeah,
I'm paranoid that
definitely.
there's no private company I would ever, give
Mm.
everything to.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, we need the continuity of everything living on, right? And having the
hmm.
ability to take the creations with us and have them live on in another platform in
Hmm.
some way. I mean, people
Oh
were
yeah,
saying to hey that
super
do
important.
videos, record whatever you can, preserve it, And if you
Hmm.
look at her LinkedIn post, you'll see what she's been doing.
Mm.
So yeah,
I
it's
should
a lot.
follow her on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I browse it at work because it's one of those like, oh, it's a social media platform that's okay to look at when you're on your
yeah. I think
computer.
Yeah.
I think
That's
So,
LinkedIn
true.
and X
it's
is
not
like
good
the
though.
place.
I hate it. It's the worst platform, but it's like I
Yeah,
can kind of curate it a little bit and get some decent content out of it
yeah.
sometimes.
Hmm.
LinkedIn and X is pretty much where I think a lot of the social VR and XR conversations exist, and for
Hmm.
people at all walks of life involved there. And
Yeah.
right now it's open to work all over the place, as you can imagine. So it's a platform filled with
Hmm.
just a lot of emotion. If you
Yeah.
think about how many people are looking for work right now, me included, and just it's
Mm.
it's it's exhausting, it's overwhelming, and
Hmm.
to have all
Hmm.
this stuff on top of it, oof, you know.
Yeah.
That's why it's like when you take risks like that, and like I did post about it, I was like, my God, is this going to hurt my future? But at the same time, I needed to be raw and real, and I've always been an advocate for community, and this hurts. We've been through this before with Altspace and other platforms, and
Hmm.
it's got to
Aya was
change.
in the audience for a second, but now it's
Okay.
just Lao. So he's
Well,
Oh.
able
hello,
to
whoever's
on
here. I
Discord.
guess we should. I was
You
hoping
streaming
Burka
in
was going
Discord?
to be here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
streaming the Discord. Mary's streaming the YouTube.
Mm. Cool. Cool.
And Mary, if you hear me and you know where Verka is at, let I would like to find her and help her out if we can, if she's in here. I don't think I'm connected with her here in VR chat, so let me see if I can go to my
Mm.
Meta app and connect with her there, or here on Discord somewhere. Let's see.
Mm.
This
So,
is like,
how?
it's like a
Mm.
little unrelated, but
A
I
little
think
Uh huh.
bit.
the time where I really felt, a platform just closing down and so much user generated content just disappearing was Little Big Planet. I used to play that
Oh,
so much, and that
yeah,
got me
yeah.
into like thinking that I would actually enjoy coding when I was younger. So much fun.
Mm,
Yeah, it's weird trying to find a user-generated content platform that doesn't end up having things get removed. Although I will
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
funny enough, I actually came from Second Life. I made a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
in there, and at some point they just let us, you know, you can export things out from the engine to get like a little 3D model FBX package if you
Mm-hmm.
need. And I
Hmm.
saved a bunch of stuff that were like, oh, I'd love to recreate these as like VRChat avatars at some point. Could be really cool, but yeah, it's at
Mm-hmm.
least I know that if anything happened to my account and it got wiped, and that
Mm-hmm.
it could disappear one day, I still have some backups, and it's like it's not a great platform anymore, and well, it does have its pros and cons. It's just sort of yeah, it's like I don't feel bad moving on from there, and it was
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a good learning experience, but now we're on real game engines now. It's like feels better to work here.
Yeah, at some point I want to take you to Sansar, and because I know that
Oh
that was,
yeah,
yeah, that
I
was
think I
going to be.
downloaded it once, and then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, nothing here. Well, guess
Yeah,
can't just start over with a new platform because it's all about content and people.
yeah, exactly. I read
It is
somebody
nice
had
that
Yeah.
you
said, well,
get to.
oh,
It's
go
nice
ahead.
that you get to keep the stuff that you do make in VR chat, like
Hmm.
Mary said. Um,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I've been curious
Hmm.
about delving into world building a little bit, but it
Mm.
seems like so much. Like I don't know,
Oh,
but it'd be
yeah,
nice
no,
to
I
have like
mean,
a more.
I can tell you my experience. I dived into creating the Horizon event world for Bridge Makers, and that was
Mm-hmm.
like about a couple months. I was like, what do I do? And then I just got some help from the community, and everyone just threw resources at me, and I'm like, well, I know a little bit
Mm-hmm.
about modeling, so then I made the bridge, I made the black hole. I was like, all right, great. Let's just throw a bunch of other things in there. I learned about baking and lighting, and it's not as difficult as you think. Like, how do I set up a teleporter? Grab a script, make it so set player position. When clicked on, put the position somewhere. Bam, you got your teleporter. It's already working. And it's
Hmm.
like, how does sound work? Well, you throw the object in there, make it like spatial audio, put like a distance on it. Sound is working. You got it on a playable loop at least. Um, how does the video player work? You get a package. Someone already built the whole video player. You don't have to build it yourself. Just place it in the world and tell it where the menus go. It's not terribly difficult. People do make it somewhat reasonable to figure out, but it also I have a lot of intuition on how 3D space works, so it's not difficult to throw things into Unity and go like, well, I understand how to put things in there in the first place and how materials and
Hmm.
textures work already. Um, so it's like I don't know where I would begin to teach someone if I didn't know where their starting point was. That's probably the biggest step for like figuring out how to do this stuff. And then you always have the Unity project on your home computer because then you have to launch it into VRChat. As long as nothing happens to that file, you're pretty good. And if
Hmm.
anything ever does happen, there are ways, maybe not completely legitimately, to get the files off of VRChat and then recompile it and open it up on your computer. Maybe not the code, but the files can be discovered, as I found out recently. It's like, oh boy, yeah,
Interesting.
that's the thing. Um, yeah, but you're not supposed to do that. But in rare cases where hard drive failure, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Um, but yeah,
Definitely.
it's nice to have the local copy. It really feels like you still own it. You're just hosting it on VRChat.
Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a lot. I uh,
Hmm.
I think it would probably be a huge task for me because it's like, um, I guess yeah, just like figuring out what my starting point even is because I haven't
Mm.
messed with Blender or Unity. Like, as I
Ooh.
understood, like at least if you want to make your own assets, you would be using Blender to do that, and then
Hmm.
importing it to Unity when actually placing
Hmm.
them. Um,
There's always finding some free assets too on the internet if you're wanting to just learn to world create without making anything custom. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a lot
Jack's
of
got the right idea.
Mm.
Can I drag
I
one of
can't
those
think of the
Arabs?
word, like a pre-built kind of skeleton or
a-
even pretty fleshed out world you can
Yeah.
get for free sometimes, and then a lot of
Actually,
people just customize on top of that.
yeah. I want to say within the last couple days on one of the subreddits I follow for game dev, someone just, I think it's like either the Unity or the game dev subreddit, someone just threw out a bunch of free assets. They're like the interior of like an apartment building and some sort of rundown sort of environment pieces. It seemed like a great starting point if you wanted to like grab a bunch of these and throw them into a scene and see if it uploads. But yeah, I mean, Blender's really there for the custom stuff if you can't find something that
Mhm.
already exists. And the internet's getting bigger and bigger with free 3D assets. And if you know where to look, you can kind of stumble upon things to just pick and choose and just like have fun uploading and see what works and what doesn't.
And Mary said he made a
Gotcha.
horror game entirely out of free assets, and it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
coding skills.
Yes, and the Unity store is also a thing where you can get a lot of free assets too, and that has a lot of all sorts of things. Actually, I just remembered something. Yes, Unity is doing this thing where they are removing every single package in the store that is associated with the region of China, and I guess they're like splitting off and removing all that stuff, but a large chunk of all those assets are free right now until the end of March. So this could be a good time to just claim a bunch of them onto your account, and then you can start. Like I think once you claim them, they stay there on the servers, and you can download them. Maybe
Gotcha.
I don't know if they actually completely removed them or not, but I
Mhm.
remember seeing a post, and I was like, I'm going to save this for later. And I just remembered that they are still up for now. I think. Um, so that's
I'll
a good
take
one
any
to
free
test
asset.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's so many ones out there. But I guess it comes into like whatever ideas you have to make that can, determine what you're looking for. You might have something in mind, but you might find an asset that's like semi-close and not really what you're looking for. And that's where you're kind of like, where do you go next? Do you try to build your own thing or do you try to work with what you have and work with that? So those kind of choices are interesting to, it's interesting problem solving dilemma
Mhm.
to figure out.
I'm
Mhm.
curious.
Definitely.
Did you already do the check-in and everything, Carl? Because I arrived a little bit late. I didn't know if everyone
Oh
got
yeah.
a chance to do that.
No, we were kind of just slid into the chatting as
Oh,
people
okay.
were
Mm.
a little out of order. Wasn't really
Okay,
much of
yeah.
a group to begin with until you two popped in there at the end. It was kind of just
Mhm.
Okay.
a person and another
Also,
person.
I like Drag's avatar. That's really cool with the little paint
Yeah.
smears and
Comes
the
from a
little
cool
sewing
world.
stuff.
It's like
Oh,
a
good.
floating island with like these characters around it, like it's their little floating island.
Ooh.
And then if you
Yeah.
go underneath the floating island, there's like documentation by the creator of like their design process for the world.
I'll look up this
Mm.
creator. I want to go to that world later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Ghastly.
Like mimic you.
It makes me think of
Giving me
Dustmore,
Jackbox
who has
vibes,
the
actually,
oh,
from
or
Trivia Murder
Duskull.
Party.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we
Just-
did have a little bit of, I think, Leaky and Mary and myself kind of checked in with each other as we were here at the beginning. But
Oh, good. Okay.
if, I don't know if you want to let us know how
Well,
you're
I came in
doing, or
hot, so
crazy.
I was just looking for Verka because I told her I would be here to help her with that. But she's a doctor's appointment and apparently on her way home. So I'll
Ah.
stick around as long as I can. But I got to meet with maintenance in about at 3 o'clock. So but now it's
Oh yeah.
2:27. So we got a half an hour. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
right when the event is over, and
yeah.
I've been up for about
Mhm.
24 hours, so
Oh
I
God,
plan on going to sleep
Carl.
after this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I stayed up to play Death Stranding 2 right as it released.
Oh, I saw that last night. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to get into that. Yeah.
I
It's
played like
$60, isn't it, on Steam?
4 hours. I think
Mhm.
it's 70 for the base game.
Oh wow.
It's probably
This
yeah.
is
I could see
my
that.
Steam
It's becoming
account
normal.
is 22 years old, and this is the first time I have pre-ordered a game.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
fan. Hmm.
That's crazy.
I was,
Yeah.
and just the fact that they announced it like a month out, like there wasn't,
Hmm.
like it was like, oh well, okay, I'm ready to play it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
How
So,
was
Drake,
games
is
to
this
play.
your first meetup, or is this your first event with Bridgemakers?
It's pretty good.
Just now
I'm
meeting
Nah.
you, so
like
I'm just
4 or
I
5
show
hours
up
in.
every now and then,
Okay.
Mm.
whenever Carl's around.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Drag's one of my friends.
It's been a while though.
Nice.
Mostly has come
Yeah.
to the Friday community builder meetup.
Oh,
Mhm,
nice.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we do the games on Friday, and then on Friday night we
Mhm.
do the weekly meetup. Um,
Yeah.
it's hard to find a
Try
good
to be
time
there
zone. Everyone can
tomorrow.
make it.
It's my birthday tomorrow. Plus, I'm dealing with this air conditioning leak, so we'll see. What
Mm,
happens.
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a lot going on.
I do. Yeah. Oh.
How's your human drag?
Yeah.
Hey, what?
How's your meat mech?
Your meat suck.
I quit working an hour early today, so for that 1 hour, I'm like, oh no, my boss is gonna kill me. They're gonna find out and kill me. But now it's after that hour, so that feeling's fading. So
Oh,
I
it's
know
okay.
that feeling. Relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, that anxiety, it's so common. I feel like even when I don't have anything to do with my job and I'm working from home, I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't go play games now, not yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like nobody, like I work from home.
Tapping
My
my-
boss doesn't know that I'm not working. They're not gonna find
Mhm.
out. They're not gonna say anything. They never have. But for like that
Mhm.
one whole hour, I'm like, I cannot move. I cannot do anything. As soon as I do something, they'll appear and smash me with hammers.
Mm-hmm.
Death by hammers.
My AC
Yes.
broke last week
Mm.
too. AC
Oh,
broken
wow.
brothers.
Oh, that
Yeah, I'm
all
in
makes
LA.
it
We're having
rough.
like this huge heat
Okay.
wave, and it's just unrelenting. Like I said earlier, it's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm.
It's like feels like
I wonder.
midsummer in March. It's very
Sounded
scary,
like
actually. If it's that hot
earlier-
already. Yeah.
Feels like
Earlier you
winter in
said
New
it's like
England.
flooding your house and like leaking in your house.
Well, I've got buckets set up all over. Thankfully it's happening near the bathroom, which isn't carpeted, but the area that is leaking is carpeted. So that's like
Yeah.
okay. The issue with that is mold, forming if they don't get it taken care of
Mm.
underneath and all of
Yeah.
that. So
Is it
So
a
we'll
wall
see.
unit, or is it like
No,
like, is it
central
in the
air.
window?
it's
Oh
the
wow.
central.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
jeez.
central air unit with
Can't
the
even take
main
it out.
unit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's rough.
So it's
Yeah.
still cooling, so that's good. At least I'm not like sweltering, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Mm.
I'm supposed to go to a museum and all of that tomorrow or the next day. And I'm just like, it's an outdoor botanical garden kind of thing. So I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be heat exhaustion from doing that. We might have to
It-
change our
They
plans
have
because
tents and umbrellas and shades, right?
I know, and I'm so white. I'll be like burnt to a crisp, like going out in
That's
that.
me.
So it's just
Oh
like,
my God.
So I don't know. It's a lot right now. I'm just like, maybe we'll
Mhm.
just reschedule all that. I'm celebrating with my best friend. It's her birthday too. We have the same day for birthday.
Oh
so-
wow, that's so
Yeah.
great. Double birthdays.
Yeah.
What's that
it's
statistic? Like you get a
wild.
room of 22 people, it's a 50% chance one or two people share a birthday.
I don't remember
yeah.
that. I've
The
heard
math
it a
thing.
long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it might even be less than that amount of people, but it's
I heard it was 22 to reach 50%, but
okay.
I don't know.
It's a milestone for her tomorrow, and for me, it's another year into the milestone was last year. So it's like yeah, but botanical gardens because I've been craving nature, and there's a beautiful waterfalls, and it's just really a really nice experience. But I don't know how nice it's gonna be if it's gonna be 95 5+ degrees, so we'll see.
How old you turning, if I may ask?
Oh, you can ask.
You don't have to ask. Yeah, you don't have to answer. I am asking if I may. You do not have to answer.
Yeah. I honestly don't have an issue with it, except the fact that tech does have an issue with it, if you think about it.
Oh.
If you know what it's like to work in tech and to be older, but I am of Gen X, so we are the bridge makers, the original bridges. If you look up what the bridge generation is, we were before broadband, right? We were there for the dial-up, going to broadband to where we are today. So
you gave me the impression you were like some late 20s guy.
Everybody says that. That's why I try to keep it that way. I have a youthful energy about me. Yeah. But I've been honest with a lot of people here, and I'm just like, age thing is still actually very iffy for me now, just because
That's fair.
it's a lot. And a platform that's mainly younger, so you kind of get judged when they find out you're a bit older. But if they will look at it as wisdom from the pain that you've endured from many years of community debt, maybe they would understand and embrace you more because of that. Even in the industry, it's tough, So like when I write stuff and it's great that I was part of the first virtual world that ever existed, right? But then it's like, oh, that really ages you. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you got to be careful with what you say. And these are recorded.
What is the first virtual world? Where does that?
It was called.
Did they draw a line? Was it Habitat?
It's called
like the Amiga.
Habitat's Club Caribe. Yeah, I was part of that. And I was 14 years old when it came out, and it was my very first Yeah. Maybe you are. So I'll let you guys do the math. Yeah, I'll let you do the math, but yeah, it's a lot. And I've been working in community ever since. I started out at AOL. Before it was AOL, it was Q-Link. It was called Quantum Computer Services. It was for Commodore 64. And then it became America Online because PC Link, Apple Link, and Q Link all linked together and became America Online. And so my career started with them.
That's why it's called AOL. I didn't know that, actually.
America Online. Yeah. Yeah, it's what actually brought me to California to like start my life. In that
AAM
world.
noise. Bling, bling.
Yeah.
I did use that a little bit back in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, AIM, definitely. AOL Instant Messenger, yeah. But see, I was part of that whole AOL Community Inc. Fiasco where they took all the volunteers that were treated like employees that had to use time cards and everything. Everything was tracked like employees. They were sued millions and millions of dollars, and then they,
of course they were.
Yeah, so it was the beginning for me of let's just say something that's never really changed, because if you look at it today, community professionals are undervalued and underpaid. And sometimes many get their start as volunteers, and they're lucky to break into the industry because it's always that dangling carrot that's there that says, "Oh, you might get a job out of this," So, yeah, it's a lot. So, I love companies like VR Chat that hire from the community, and bring a whole other perspective of the prosumer, perspective, as I like to call it. Yeah, it's like a producer and a consumer, right? It's somebody who consumes what they produce or produces what they consume. So, yeah. And those make the best
isn't that like
people.
more common? That sounds like totally like complete common sense to me. And it's like you're making it sound like it's like a new thing, and I'm like,
yeah.
How do people run businesses? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It
Tell
just
me
doesn't
about
make
it.
sense to me sometimes.
And working from home all these many, many years before the pandemic, it was like when the pandemic hit and everybody was working from home, like finally they get a taste of what my life has been for so long. Maybe they'll understand. And then to see the world open back up, and then like everything from VR going to hybrid when I was doing everything remote, it's like, wow, it's a lot because now that's the mandates to return to work. So you all are lucky if you got a remote job and can still work it at home, because those are so hard to find now.
I don't know why they
so-
stopped them. Like, people still do great work remotely. It's ridiculous.
know.
I think that they ever convinced everyone that it's okay to go back. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm lucky my job is still hybrid at least.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Leaky? Do you work from home, or do you work?
My my last job was hybrid, but it was genuinely an option if I wanted to go into the office. So it was fully remote for me. And then the current job I have is hybrid, although I just I told them I was kind of feeling sick this week, so I have worked from home this week, but I just didn't feel like going into the office. Yeah.
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 See, I have a legit disability, so I have to work from home for the most part. So
There
yeah,
you go.
that's what makes it challenging for me. No, I can't even find work from home right
Oh.
now. That's
Oh, you're still
that's the
looking.
crazy thing.
Oh,
That's what I'm
geez.
telling everybody is
no.
like struggling in that department. That's looking. It's really rough. And so yeah.
Job hunting is so insanely difficult. I feel like that is its own skill in today's age.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah, it's
like when
really
it comes to like even this job that I got about a year ago now, it wasn't even from sending out applications or anything. It was just from being contacted by a recruiter. I was like, I sent out like at least 50 plus applications within like a week or so. And I've heard of people doing like way more, like
Oh yeah.
sending out hundreds and getting maybe a couple interviews. It's like, God.
AI is
that's
making
the-
it worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the ATS tracking system, and you have to modify your resume and cover letter for every job you apply for, every single one. Because if you try to just do it with a general one, you're not going to make it. It scans for specific keywords, specific experience, it's very, very tough. And I was actually hoping that would be a good thing, thinking, oh, you know how like a recruiter or a HR professional looks at your resume and has bias, right? You think AI would be like a panel decision versus one person making the decision, and no, it's made it worse, unfortunately. So people are just exhausted from. It's a part-time job to find a job at this point. It's
Yeah.
unreal. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, for you, like remote jobs are even more competitive and scarce at the same time. So it's
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
like another
For someone who's been
difficulty
working remotely
multiplier.
for years before remote work, right? That's the crazy thing, and it's still difficult to get it. So I'm constantly revising my LinkedIn, constantly trying to network, constantly writing thought leadership posts, things like that, for traction, and but it's a lot. Yeah. So grateful for y'all that be grateful that you have the work, the remote work, and the opportunity to.
I think if I ever got let go because we found out how to replace you with AI, which I don't know, we'll see how long that takes. Probably not that soon, but I'd probably just do content creation for VRChat or something. Just learn how to make assets and sell those. And
You'd be
move
great
off the
here.
program.
Oh my God, you'd be so good here.
I keep thinking about wanting to leave my job just to do that, but it's like it's such a huge risk. It's like I might be able to pull it off, but I make so much money at just my desk job right now, and it's like there's all these benefits. I get all these things.
What do you do, Fro?
It's just software engineer at an insurance company.
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling you were a software engineer.
You know what the funny part is? I don't even like coding.
Oh wow.
It's
There's
like-
a lot of potential if you like hit the, the flavor of the month. That-
Yeah.
that
Oh
fish-
yeah, for sure.
That fish game has got to be making big bucks.
Oh,
They're making the attachment system for VRChat.
We went there
I
last
could make some
week,
cool things
yeah.
for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think
Did you
honestly
go
we
to
all
the
need to
Fish
be.
World for conscious gaming? Did I miss that?
Oh, we did. We did a little bit
last
with
week.
Leaky and yeah.
Leaky wanted to go
yeah.
check it out. We actually started in
I
this
think.
other
The Overseer.
variation of Overseer.
Yeah. Oh,
called
the Overseer game was fun. Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
but
good
it's
at
gonna be more
figuring out who was real and who was an NPC.
Hmm.
It's
I
like
was
nothing
hitting the
getting past it.
fish world hard for the last couple of days though. I'm like
Mm.
almost level 80 and
Oh,
Wow.
got the alien rod and
You got the alien?
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta save up for that. I've been getting into it too. I'm like level 30 something, but yeah,
Mhm.
it's getting huge, and I have a friend who doesn't even really play VR chat at all, but he's been slowly dipping his toes and just going on his own, finding worlds. And I showed him the fish
Mhm.
world, and now he's just like playing it every day. We just found the wiki, and it's like, oh, so there's 4 quests. It's like I was wondering how most of these things worked. It's
yeah.
just like,
Mhm.
well, you
I
just
got
gotta get
bootstrapped a
to
little
certain
bit
levels.
because somebody showed me the key, and then I
Mm,
turned that in for 15 scrap and managed to get the 10K
yep.
on the roll. So I
Oh
was able to get
wow,
the
that's a
like
huge bonus right
decent
away.
boot right off the bat.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that helped a lot. And I got a
Yeah,
couple good
yeah.
enchantments early on
Oh,
that helped.
yeah.
Nice.
I've only, yeah, no, I've yet to catch a pink fish. They're fucking like zip, 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 zip. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, yeah, but we
Mm.
could talk about that game all day. It's definitely
Yeah.
blowing.
It's probably harder on VR. I've played it all on desktop, so
Yeah, yeah. That's something I'm like wondering how it plays in desktop. It definitely is interesting. I like the idea of how it's such a simple one button game that allows you to still chat with people. Like,
Mhm.
it's something I want to figure out how to make, like something that is as similar, but something entirely different than fishing. Maybe something else, but
Lau said he's
yeah.
using us as a podcast actually while he's in the fish world right now.
Very, very funny.
That works pretty well. What do they do when
Yeah.
they get a big fish? They're like, hold on, guys, I gotta catch this.
Yeah, I see all my
No,
friends are in
they're
that.
in the fish world right now, listening
Yeah.
to my Discord stream of us talking.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Yep,
And
yep.
they said that inside chat.
That's great.
Yes, it
Yeah,
looks
I've
fun,
just been
man.
pretty much chasing those lucky pools, and I've done a bunch of things
Mhm.
actually. You can get the
I should probably be
shamrock
fishing at
sharks
those
now.
more.
So
My
other than the
friend caught
fish
one.
world,
Yeah.
where you guys been spending your time? Like when you come here, like what do you do? I'm
Oh, I
curious.
think I've only logged in for these events, these social events. I just
Really?
haven't been on. Like my friend who
Yeah.
I just mentioned, who's finding VR chat, has been finding other fun game worlds. He found an entire Super Mario 64 recreation. You can get every star, and they
Mm.
use the DS version, so it's 150 instead of 120 stars to collect, and it's like it's got everything except for like the
Oh,
bosses, where you just kind of collect them because they can't program them yet. But for Quest World, it's pretty robust too, and that was kind of like a fun
Mhm.
distraction. Um,
Okay.
yeah, but I really haven't been around to see a lot of other worlds much lately. I've just
Mhm.
keep getting distracted playing other games and stuff.
I feel
I
you.
feel like I would have done
yeah.
more last weekend, but VR chat was down all day on the
Oh,
day I
really?
was
I
chat
saw there was
stuff.
a huge
Mm.
drop, and I'm like, I'm glad. I guess I'm not playing right now. That looks frustrating.
Mm.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about you, Leaky?
I'm way too so yeah, I get on for these events and then sometimes at night I'll get on and just like world hop and try to find interesting worlds that look cool.
Mm,
But
mhm.
other than that, yeah, I think that's most of what I do because I'm like way too socially anxious to just go in the public worlds or whatever and like try to strike up
Mhm.
conversation with people.
They're
Mm.
rough.
Um,
I know. Yeah.
yeah, so I've had to like, I'm a part of Talk Group too, and they have events that I've
Mhm.
joined here and there.
I want to join more of those. I haven't been in one in a long time now. Bridgemakers
Mhm.
Yeah,
took over as like my main event thing.
Mm. What about
that's
you,
kind of what's
Drag?
happened to me.
I
Mm.
just get
Mm.
on whenever one of my friends wants me to get on. So they've been wanting to do the Fish World, so I've been doing like nothing but Fish World for like since it released. Was it a week or two?
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Damn, this fish world is all that. What about Mary? Is Mary
It's
even here? What's
huge.
going on with Mary?
He's the recording
He's up there.
pigeon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you ever ask the camera guy questions?
Well, there's two cameras, so I was confused. So I didn't.
Mhm.
Carl's got his camera out too.
We got
There he
Bubbles.
is.
Bubble
Yeah.
blast. Bubble blast.
He's sending hearts
Bubble
and bubbles.
beams.
Yeah. What about you, Carl?
Mm.
I know you've been losing sleep and been playing your Steam games. What do you do when you're here?
I mean, in VR chat specifically, I really have
Mhm.
not been doing anything other than the last few days of
Mm.
Fish. I've been playing
Fish.
more,
Yes.
like, managed to just barely beat High on Life last night before
Oh,
Oh wow!
yeah.
Did you play that in
Death
VR, by the
Stranding.
way?
No. That would
Yeah.
be not fun.
No?
Too much,
Really?
No,
too
I-
much platforming and shit. You got like a
yeah.
grappling hook swing and
That was the game
Mm.
like Justin Roiland made and stuff. for the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
company.
But
I
they
did
also
do
did
the
that-
Trover Save the Universe
Trovers,
thing. I
yeah,
played that.
That's the
Uh-huh.
That was
VR one,
made
isn't
for
it?
VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but High on Life is a
Yeah.
VR mod too. That's why I was curious.
Oh, that would be
Mhm.
rough to play.
Mary's been playing some chess.
Oh, chess.
Okay.
Mary, I'm in your
I was
Discord
into
with
you.
your game friends, but I never see anything other than like a couple announcements. I guess you guys hang out there sometimes, but once a month.
Host the game once a
Okay.
month. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I thought it would be more active, but that's totally fair too. Everyone's busy these
Mm.
days. Mm-hmm.
I did hang
Yeah.
out and watch some YouTube videos with someone a couple days ago. So, not all
Mm.
Fish World.
Yeah, yeah.
Here comes somebody.
I know. I feel like I want to go socialize and meet lots of new people at some point too. But I like events
Mhm.
where it's about socializing. When you're just going into a random world, it feels hard to like just connect with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's my
it's
experience.
always it's like the icebreaker for me.
Hello.
Like,
Mhm.
hey,
I'm not quite sure how to get up there.
There's a
You
ramp
kinda just
over
follow
way
the
over on
rock
that
wall
side.
around. There's a
Yeah, I
path.
went through the same thing. I'll just meet you there.
It looks like you're almost there.
Almost.
The gravity and the sitting.
Yeah, when you play space, your like,
Yeah, yeah.
feet basically stay on the ground, even if it doesn't look like it.
hmm Yeah, I'm working on a new avatar, and I want to get all the like all those sitting positions and stuff set up. Which would be fun.
Yeah, welcome.
Interesting.
Shuffle
Hello,
spots.
hello.
Mhm.
The avatar is so untextured when I don't have it loaded. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that looks way better.
Mhm.
That's
And do
nice.
we say Viv? Is that what you go by, Vivor? How would we say?
It
how would we
works.
say-
Some
Yeah,
of my
Viv,
French
okay.
friends throw it away at the end. It's Viva. But I
Viva.
like
Oh,
just
okay.
Viver also.
Oh,
Vivier.
Because
Vivier.
I could go with Vive too. You know,
Je
like
parle un
HTC
peu
Vive.
Most
So, yeah.
most people think it's a Vive thing because it's
Yeah.
in VR. I didn't
Right.
think about that.
Vive
Yeah.
your
Yeah, exactly.
Vive
Is this your
your-
first Bridgemaker event, or have you been here before?
I don't believe so. I've been in the group before, and I've been to one or
Okay.
two events off of that, but I hadn't joined the Discord, so I don't know if I'm
Okay.
stepping in on something. I've
Oh,
just
no, you're
gone
welcome.
to the
No,
cafe.
Yeah,
no.
you're very welcome. Yeah.
We love having people come by.
Yeah,
That's
this is
kinda
our
the whole
open
point.
house event. So you learn. This is
Mhm.
where
Well, I
you get
came
to
by
ask
at
all
the
your
right time,
questions
then.
about bridge makers. Yeah, exactly.
I guess we haven't really been talking much about bridge makers actually in general, though.
Yeah.
Just talk
Yeah,
about
it's a
all the
more
other stuff
general
going on.
hangout, and everyone
Mhm.
that's here so far kind of has already knows what's up. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
nice somebody showed up at the very end. At least we could
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm.
encouraged to check out the Discord and answer any,
Mm-hmm.
quick questions you may have, because we are in the last 10 minutes of our hour here already.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
right
guess
before
it
you
is
got
just
here,
sort
we
of
were going
random.
around the circle and asking, what do you do when you're here in VR chat? So curious, what do you do when you're in VR chat normally?
What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Any places you go to typically? Any friends you hang out with specifically? Any activities you enjoy?
Sure. I mean, like,
bonk, 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 bonk.
it's so contextual
Oh.
here, right? Like, because you can go to
Mhm.
different
Mhm.
worlds where there are games or activities or just
Mhm.
vibey environments. I don't know. I'm a mediating force. I think I try to calm things down most of the time.
Oh, I
Oh,
love that.
yeah.
Tell us more about that. Mediating. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
a big difference between moderator. Mediating and moderation are two big things. So
Oh
that we
God, I
talk about in
couldn't. I
Bridge
couldn't
Makers.
be a moderator, right? Like,
Yeah.
just because of the constant expectations. I think I prefer
Uh-huh.
to just be able to do something helpful, and then, you know, handle my own stuff for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
That's why I
I,
need a big enough team of moderators.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bridge Makers is like an incubator for XR talent in many ways. So like people who are community leaders or reluctant community leaders, we're all about here supporting each other on the path to sustainable and integral community. You know, like purposeful. Yeah, and so we're a group of people who get together and talk about all the different community pain points and hopefully relate to one another through a lot of that and through our resilience. And so, yeah, I didn't know if you knew a little bit about what we were about. I mean, that's the best way I describe it is like, right? I don't know.
I feel like you're maybe missing
community
some
for
of
community.
the like leadership development kind of aspects of it. You know,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
just so much about like commiserating, but
Mm-hmm.
providing resources and
Learning
Yeah.
how to build a positive culture.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
hard.
keep it real. Like, we explore all the different types of emotions, like the spectrum of emotions, and get really deep into that on some of the events. So try to avoid
Mm.
toxic
Yeah.
positivity, but we definitely look at the positive, both sides of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a mediator would fit right into our group. pretty
Right.
well.
That's why I was
It's,
like, "Ooh, I like that," because I always
we-
talk
we-
about that in my
yeah.
community. Like the difference
Conflict
between mediation
resolution
and
is-
moderation. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
it's not exactly what we're, what we sign up to do, but it's sort of what we promote in a lot of ways. Like the ability
Yeah.
to be emotionally intelligent and emotionally fluent in order to kind of help communities connect better is a big part of
Mhm.
Bridge Makers, and just
Mhm.
having spaces where we can practice those abilities and those values and to look inward at ourselves and
From what I've seen in my time on the platform, there's this large contingent of, when you're talking about that, about like social expectations, a lot of people bring maybe the expectations they have from gaming or from like gaming
Mhm.
culture into it, but I also see a
Yes.
lot of new ways of interacting, like I one of the things that I really wanted to learn about when I first started talking to people on this platform was like, all right, what's the etiquette? Like, and it's there's quite a few. There's quite a handful of different
Mhm.
ways that
not the singular
an action can
etiquette
be
for the
taken.
whole platform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely interested in people figuring
Mm-hmm.
out new ways to relate to one another.
Yeah,
love that.
Bridge Makers is very unique. I think having people who have studied psychology in the group are really what help make it feel a little more professional. Some cases we've had complaints where it feels too professional, maybe even too like
Structured.
something like that,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
yeah, like it's sterile, like a doctor's
Mhm.
room. But we kind of practice
we don't
things
say the
that
C word. Corporate.
Yeah,
Mhm.
corporate's definitely the accusation that might get thrown
Have
around,
you
but
guys
it's like
have
trying
you
to get
guys
better.
seen the LinkedIn translator? I've seen a couple
No.
screenshots of it, like
Oh
on
no, it sounds
like
awful.
memeing it. It'll be like you give it a prompt like I just lost my job, and it'll like translate it to LinkedIn talk, and it'll be like, "Great news, guys! I'm starting a new chapter in my life."
No.
Here's what being kicked out of my house taught me about business to business sales.
Mhm.
I'm sure half
Yeah.
of those posts are generated in the first place. Now, I'm
Yeah.
looking
That's
at LinkedIn.
true. Yeah,
It's really bad.
it just reminded me I had seen posts from my old manager he started doing these like inspirational posts on his LinkedIn, and then I eventually realized I was like, this dude is definitely just using ChatGPT to write up like all of
Yeah.
his LinkedIn content.
If you want someone good to follow on LinkedIn, there's this guy. He constantly posts like fake comedic posts just all the time. He's like, so I just fired every female employee from my company because I can't focus with them around. It's helped with productivity so much.
Mm.
And then he has another post that's like, I don't make business deals without women in the room, completely contradicting what he just said.
Yeah, that's good.
Or like he'll it's like I have one of my employees, I always call him 9 p.m. Saturday to always make sure he checks in. It's not that like I have an actual computer problem, I'm just lonely. And it also proves loyalty.
Oh, wow.
It's
Sounds
hilarious.
familiar.
Yeah, yeah. Ken something. Oh my god. Ken Cheng, I think his name is. He's a comedian in London or something. Really funny and like the highlight of like every time I'm like on there.
I just
Well,
called him because I'm
unfortunately-
lonely.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a hard stop at 3, as you know, so I'm gonna have to run. But I
Mhm.
do
Yeah, I was
appreciate
just about to
everybody who
kinda-
showed up, and thanks for giving me a
Mhm.
space to vent and connect and all of that because I needed it today. So I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And welcome, Viv.
Yes, it
welcome,
was nice to meet
Greg,
you.
back. Yeah,
It's really
Yeah.
nice to have you.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Good to see you, Leaky,
I was
again.
lucky
you,
enough
Fro,
to be on
Fro,
early.
Mary.
Be here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Some
and
great
you're in good
shelfing.
hands with them.
We've
If you have any
finally met.
questions, yeah,
Okay.
I
They
was
might
about to
go a little
close
bit
this
over
up,
time.
too, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah.
to say if you have any questions, I don't want to hear 'em, But
Yeah, I still have a minute.
Mhm.
I just have an air conditioning leak I have to get back to. That's the only reason I have a hard stop. So yeah, I'm hearing the drop, drop, drop as I'm here in VR. I'm like drop, drop, drop the water.
But yeah, this is a
Yeah.
1 hour event here, and so
Mhm.
we will close it up officially here at 6 o'clock my time.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I think our next is tomorrow's Conscious Gaming.
Yep, conscious gaming.
Should be good. It's like a
And
little
that's,
earlier than this one.
Yeah, that's at
Yeah, it's
4
usually at 1
EST,
o'clock
1
Pacific time.
PST.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've moved it to VR now, so we go into VR chat games and we look
We were
at.
doing regular games. It was,
Oh.
Yeah.
we were doing
We were
an
doing it on
event where we
Discord.
basically, to explain the event, it's sort of we play games and we kind of look inward at how we're feeling when we're playing them. Like, how does this
Mhm.
game promote community or like push away community? Like, does it
Mhm.
is it like an addictive loop where there's no actual like thing going on, or is the way that it makes us fight against each other like actually promoting
Mhm.
connection? And like, or how do you actually just feel in general? Those are questions we like to try to ask.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
I know some people who spend a lot of time thinking on those questions on their own when they're gaming.
Yeah,
So
I
that
do
sounds
that a
cool.
lot.
Hell yeah.
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 Yeah, so
I
you can
like
check
this
that out,
avatar.
or
It's
later in
cool
the
too.
evening we've got the community builder
Mhm.
meetup.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, so thanks everyone for coming. But
Yeah, thank you,
I'm
Carl.
gonna be probably asleep
Mm.
within like 30 minutes here.
Yeah, get some rest.
Yeah, dude, get some sleep. What? I can't
Mhm.
imagine
Maybe.
being awake for
I
24
don't know.
hours.
Maybe I'll
Yeah.
play a little more.
I love
Death
that
Stranding.
avatar drag. It's so cool.
Thanks.
So it's
Yeah,
so
I was
like
just so
it's
repetitiously
so
checking
simple
out.
but really cool at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Where is
the
this?
first avatar I used publicly.
Wow.
I'll look up this person, avatar author.
Mhm.
It's me.
All right.
Oh, you.
Well,
Oh, it's you.
hopefully I will see you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Looks very
Um,
new wavy.
When we were talking
Yeah.
about avatar stuff and like creating
know,
earlier,
it's
I was
a
gonna
while
say my
back.
Okay. Take
Bye,
care,
Carl.
everybody.
Close
Take
the
care, Carl.
Discord stream.